Hi y'all. First off, I want to apologize for how that last video ended. I was pretty freaked out, but no worries. Madison is just fine. I asked her what happened and she just sort of shrugged. Kids, they really are just so strange sometimes. Anyway, she's been sort of mellow since then, doing a lot of drawing, keeping herself amused, so I thought we'd take advantage of that and do a more complicated nail technique. It's called water marbling, and it's more of a multi-step process than anything else we've done, because first you make a pattern and then you transfer that pattern onto your nails, and you're just kind of making it up as you go along, and you can't really control how it's going to turn out. And I think that's like a lot of things in life. Like, you put in a lot of work and you do the best you can, but in the end you just kind of have to let go and see what happens. But first, we're going to need some Dixie cups. Madison, hon, you okay? Sorry about that. Like I said, she has been acting strange recently, doing a lot of drawing, and the weirdest thing is she won't show her pictures to me. She used to always show me her drawings, but now when I ask her, she just says, "It's my project, Mom." It's weird. It's like when she was a baby, I used to hold her in my arms, and some part of me would forget that we were separate people, like she was an extension of me or I was an extension of her. And now it's like I don't even know who this little person is, or why she's doing what she's doing, or even what it is that she's doing. It's like she turned into a teenager overnight. Except it didn't happen overnight. I never thought about this before, but it's been pretty much since I made my last nail art video. Do you think it could have something to do with this orb thing? It hasn't moved again since that last time when it like levitated or whatever, and Madison screamed. Now it just sort of sits there. Anyway, back to nail marbling. As you can see, this technique is pretty amazing, but it involves a lot of preparation, and then you just sort of embrace the craziness. I've already done this one hand because I like to do this one hand at a time. Plus, like I said, it's been pretty calm around here, so I had time to do this hand yesterday. Then you're going to do a few things to prepare your other hand. Now, like you can see, I've done a simple coat of just the lightest color that I'm using, but you can also use plain white. That works really great for this. And then you take some Scotch tape and you're going to put two pieces around your nails. So you can see I put one around the base of my thumb there and then one around the top, so it covers all the area around your nails. Then you're ready for the Dixie cups. So you want to fill a cup with just room temperature water. I've been letting this one sit out so it could get up to room temperature. And then you pick out the colors you're going to use. Now, I'm using all metallics because that's my favorite color palette, but you can use any colors. Anyway, you take your polishes and you loosen the tops. And then you're going to take one of the polishes, probably the darker one, and just put a drop or two of that onto the water. And it spreads out. Isn't that cool? Then you take another polish and you just sort of drop that in the middle of the other one, and you keep going, creating rings of colors. Then take a toothpick and sort of pull through the rings, creating a marble design. Alright, now this is the part where you just sort of take a deep breath and see what happens. So you're going to dip your finger into the most interesting part of the design, like that. And then you're going to wait a few seconds for the polish on the surface of the water to dry. So you can blow on it, that helps. And then take a toothpick and use that to clean up all the dry polish on the surface of the water, so that you can pull your nail out cleanly, and then pull your nail out and voila, see what you've got. Madison, hon, you okay? It's just all these strange games she's been playing recently, like acting like she's in a trance or something, or just ignoring me completely. I wonder if she's doing it for attention, or if it's something I did or didn't do. I don't know, I wonder all kinds of crazy things, like does it have something to do with that orb thing or with it levitating or whatever. It's so crazy that I didn't think about it before, but it really has been since then that she's been acting like that, like a different person almost. Like that secretive teenager. It's almost like something happened to her when that orb levitated. Like years went by. Like how right before you die, you see your whole life flash before you in just a few seconds. Like that. Anyway, now take a look at your nail and see what you've got. Well, this one looks pretty good. Now we're going to start again. You can use the same cup and the same water, but this time we're going to dip 2 fingers in, which can save time, which is important when you're a mom like me. Even if your daughter won't talk to you or is acting like a robot or whatever. I wonder if this orb thing is controlling her like a remote control toy and like filming my reactions. Am I on some aliens reality TV show? That is crazy. That is totally crazy. Sandy, you are being crazy. Though I have to admit, last night I found myself Googling alien abductions. And then children abducted by aliens. And then help. I think my daughter might have been abducted by aliens. But I have to say, Madison doesn't seem to have any of the symptoms that they talk about on the internet. Like, she hasn't been telling me any stories about any glowing orbs or anything like that. Well, she hasn't really been telling me anything. And we are a military family, which apparently increases your chances of getting abducted. Or at least that's what they say on all those website, internet forum things. Not that I really believe any of this anyway. Look, 2 fingers at once. They look pretty great. Okay, now I'm going to do the last 2 fingers. I honestly don't think I have to worry that much about Madison. I mean, I keep thinking she'll come around. Like, I definitely want to give it time before I take her to the doctor or anything like that. The last thing I want to be is that woman with that weird daughter. Like, I don't want people to see me in the grocery store and say, oh, there's that lady who thinks her daughter was abducted by aliens while she was filming a nail art video. No, I want them to see me and say, there's Sandy. She does nails. I don't want them telling stories about me. It's the only reason people tell stories about other people is to make themselves feel less crazy. Like that craziness only happens to other people, not to them. But it will happen to them. That's what the stories blind them to. The truth. That's why they would say that woman who thinks her daughter was abducted by aliens, not that woman whose daughter was abducted by aliens. Stories like that, they try to block out the scary stuff with just one word. Well, there. Almost done. Now you're going to remove the tape from your nails. You might need to use scissors to do this. And then you can clean up the area around your nails afterwards with a Q-tip soaked in nail polish remover. Now, the last thing I like to do is I take my dotting tool and I take one of the colors that I use. I'm going to use this darker color. And then I just put polka dots on any place where the nail looks too blank or anything. This is sort of like the rhinestones on the galaxy nails. It just sort of elevates the manicure to a whole new level. It's funny, when I did those galaxy nails, it was like, I liked the idea of space as a design concept, but now it's like a real reality. And all those facts that I thought were so interesting before, like how there's a planet in another solar system that's just one big diamond, or like how anytime you look at the stars, it's like you're looking at something from the past, like an old photograph. Well, now all that is just sort of freaking me out. Speaking of that, where's Madison? Madison, honey, where are you?
It's time to go.